What is your name?
My name is Chris Romero. My Instagram is x.jspec.x, and here is my 1992 Nissan Skyline R32.
And how long have you owned the car?
I've owned the car for about 2.5 years, going on 3 now in July.
And do you mind if we take a walk around your car so you can show me all the parts you have on it?
Yeah, definitely. Front, I do have a custom splitter that was made. I still gotta shape it to the form of the car, but as I keep looking at it, I'm kind of happy the way the shape is. I just gotta get the stabilizer bars out where I can get that mounted up. The color, it is a Toyota color. It's a radiant green metallic. To have my work wheels, work CRs, powder coated lollipop red. They are 18 by 13 front and then 18 by 14 rear. Do have my R1 concept rotors. One thing about the wide body is wanting to do something different to kind of give off that separation, the borderline of the wide body and the actual car. Is I used door edge guards trim to kind of separate it. And then here we have the Sebion carbon fiber rear trunk. Here is this custom chassis spoiler. Again, it was built from the ground up. This right here is my friend's shop's logo. ZF stands for ZFab. This whole thing right here was just beautifully mounted the way they did it, from the rear crash bar up to the Z-Spec bolts, dress-up hardware, and then mounting it up to this donor spoiler that we had. It's about 62 inches long, I believe, I want to say. That right there was just a lot of hard work and commitment to that, so I was really impressed the way they did it. We are running also an Apex exhaust system, but as far as exterior and that pretty much shows for the whole vehicle. Motor wise though, it is stock though, because at this point in my life I look more for reliability, turnkey, and off you go. I mean, I love to mod the engine. I would love to do that at some point in time, but right now just enjoying the little things. There's a lot of custom work, a lot of commitment and passion to get this car to where it is today. I've dealt with a lot of local people that have helped me with this car, getting the businesses started, coming from my friend that done the tint, of course the chassis spoiler from a machine shop, my friend that's getting his paint shop together, he's done that, and then of course my friends that's done helped me with shaping the wide body onto the car, from cutting it to getting the splitter on. So as proud I am to say, a lot of people have helped me get to where this car is today, just by giving support and giving the local shops a shot at a car like this to get their names out there. So a lot of people have their names on this car that they've put their hands on, and I'm pretty proud. I'm really happy for what they've done. The outcome is great. I love it, and I couldn't have asked for the right people to help me and guide me to where I am and where this car is today.
And does your car have a name?
Yeah, her name is actually Jess.
What was your goal when building this car?
My goal was to be different. From seeing a lot of Skylines, I see a lot of people just throw rims on their vehicle and lower it and call it a day. I mean, the car speaks for itself, but with my build, what I wanted to go with was to be different.
And do you have any future plans for the car?
Future plans, right now I've not done with my exterior mods yet, but what I want to do next is get into the engine bay area.
What made you choose the R32?
I chose the R32 because it's been a long time goal to get one ever since playing Gran Turismo back in the day on the original PlayStation.
And what's it like to own an R32?
I love it to death. It's been a great car. To own one is still breathtaking sometimes, because I still find it hard to believe that I've accomplished of owning one to myself.
And what is your favorite thing about your build? What do you love most about it?
I would have to say 100% would be my chassis spoiler, due to the fact that a friend of mine at the local machine shop, yeah, he made that from scratch from the CNC machine from the ground up.
Okay, and what is the worst thing about owning an R32?
Drive-throughs, driving backwards.
Fair enough. Do you have any advice for somebody that would be thinking about buying an R32 for themselves?
The advice I would give someone is keep your head straight on for the goal, because in the end it's always worth it to actually have it in your possession and to dream of it. So keep your head high, keep going, keep chasing them dreams.
And how much has the build cost you so far, as like cosmetics and stuff? How much money have you put into it so far?
So far I've honestly have about at least 18K invested into the car.
What got you into cars in the first place?
What got me into cars was playing the Gran Turismo games back in the day on the PlayStation, and then watching what I first watched as a car was Gone in 60 Seconds. When you first see Eleanor and you see all the pretty neat cars that they get into, that was the very first thing that brightened up my future for cars, but mostly playing video games as Need for Speed and Gran Turismo.
What is one of your favorite local builds?
My favorite local build, there's quite a few. The one I would probably pin it down to, I've seen a lot of progress with, and a lot of motivation is honestly my wife's car. She's coming from a person that didn't like cars, but I corrupted her enough to build her own car, and her car that she has now, she's done so much to it. She's keep going at it after another for parts and to get it more to what she has it today.
Are there any builds that helped inspire yours at all?
There was one. It was on Instagram. I think his name is Rafferty, Drift Magic, I believe, and he's one who made me start to build for the Widebody R32 when I first saw his R32 GTST. That's what inspired me to build mine.
What was your very first car?
My first car was a 1994 Honda Civic with the single cam. I was so stoked about that. Coming from that's what got me more into cars, was having to put money and put hard work, blood, sweat, and tears into it, from doing motor swaps and fixing it up. That was my first one that taught me everything.
What is your dream build? Something you would love to build one day?
I would love to build mine and my uncle's car. It's a 1969 Mustang Mach 1.
And do you see yourself loving cars and being a car enthusiast for like many years to come, or do you think eventually you'll grow out of it?
Oh, till the day I die. Loving cars is not only just hobbies, but it's a passion. Due to the fact that it clears your mind, it can do so much things that can help you for benefit, just from wrenching or even just doing simple things to it. It can ease your mind, and going for drives, just going out for a drive and just leaving everything in the rearview mirror is what helps me as a car enthusiast to get through, your hard times and stuff like that. But definitely I'll always be a car guy.
Okay, Chris, and some rapid fire questions for you today. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, static or bagged?
Bagged.
Turbo or supercharger?
Supercharged.
Okay, single or dual exhaust?
Single.
JDM, domestic or Euro?
I'm an all-around car guy, so that'd be a hard question, but I love cars, and no matter what it is, as long as it has 4 wheels and a steering wheel, gotta love it.
Ferrari or Lamborghini?
Lambo.
Okay, Ford or Chevy?
Ford.
Evo or STI?
Evo.
Okay, and Supra or an RX-7?
Supra.
And to leave the people with today, do you have a quote, saying, or any advice that you would like to give to others?
Honestly, all I would say is, stay on track, stay on the road that you're on. Don't take any sharp turns. Watch them curves, and in the end of the tunnel, you'll be where you want to be.
Perfect. Thank you so much for your time today, Chris. I appreciate it.
Hey, thank you.